Hey everybody, it's Kenny Cummins here, giving you the international feels for this interview. Of course, I live here in the United States of America,
Hmm.
but we ain't talking about that country. Talk about the guest and where she resides. She resides in a country that actually goes near dear to my heart, actually, because I have some
Oh,
friends in that country long, long time ago. She resides in Australia. She is a singer, songwriter, and her latest single just came out a few weeks ago. What I Needed, and it's available
mhm.
on all the platforms right now. And I want to thank her for telling me how to pronounce her name before I pressed the record button. So say it with me, y'all. Her name is Tayiha. She is joining me right now. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me this evening or afternoon, whatever time zone you may be in.
Yes.
So is it early? Is it afternoon or is it evening out there?
It's 11 a.m., so midday.
Ooh, okay. You're not even at noon yet. Okay. I'm at uh I'm at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast Standard
We're
Time.
ahead by a day as well, so
So yeah.
yeah.
So pretty much. But I'm so happy to have you on and to have this chat with you about your music journey and how you feeling about your growth, your evolving as an artist. So talk, but before we get into that, just talk about how you got started into music.
Okay. I've always sort of been like singing and writing since like before I could process music. So yeah, I started singing when I was about 6 years old. I remember my first performance was like a talent show, and I sung Katy Perry Fireworks, and it was the worst experience actually because I ran off stage crying, and I had like I had a bit of stage fright from like a young age doing like music, but I've had a lot of growth with that, and I feel like my performance is so much better now. But yeah, I wrote my first song when I was 8, and it was about sort of the social issues of bullying, and just since then, like I've been getting stuff produced by my producer Stuart Stewart since I was about 14. So I've just sort of from a young age have been doing it and have been releasing a bunch of singles since then. So yeah.
Okay, so obviously some artists they start at a young age, some start a little bit later, maybe into the 20s or things like that. So, seeing you getting started at a very young age is very intriguing.
Hmm.
Obviously, when you start at a young age, you want to be around people that's really going to help you grow and evolve
Yeah.
and take you in that path into into your goals and whatever you want to accomplish.
Hmm.
So it's very very important for for artists, especially at a young age, just to be around people that really gonna have your back. Music
Yes,
industry
definitely.
could be very very brutal, especially to the
Mhm.
to people at a very young age.
Yeah.
I see you look up to some artists and being influenced by Ellie Goulding and one of my personal favorites, Miss Alicia Keys.
Ah, yes.
So talk about those two artists in particular. What made them stand out to you as a fellow female artist?
Mm. Um, with Alicia Keys, I've been sort of listening to her music since I was a kid. And she definitely had an influence on like the ballads I sort of write. I just feel like her songwriting ability is what like really intrigued me with her. And Ellie Goulding, Ellie Goulding was the first ever vinyl I got, her album, and so you know that sort of is dear to my heart, and yeah, I've just always I feel like they're complete opposites with like genre wise, but you know with my music I feel like it can fall into sort of a bunch of different categories. So you know they definitely influenced me with both sides of music, and you know two completely different genres. And uh yeah, with Ellie Goulding, I just sort of like her vibe. I just like the sort of EDM style that she takes on it, and then Alicia Keys with the sort of you know the R&B pop sort of way of things. And I feel like that's what I grew up singing around. Like I grew up singing Whitney Houston, you know, Alicia Keys, obviously, and people like that. So it's just always had an influence on me as an artist and just me as a person and what I listened to growing up. So
I will say Miss Golden, she's definitely grow on me. Um, in her and more of her music as I listen more to her. I listen to her music a lot at work. I've been listening to one of those mainstream stations that you hear certain
yeah,
songs every day, and I'm pretty sure I've heard some Ellie Golden music every day. I probably may not have noticed because you know how you hear songs back to back, but you don't hear like the DJ saying this is so and
yeah,
so. And I guess she had to go home and I was like, who sang that song? It was really catchy. And then I realized it's Elle Gordon. Like
oh okay, yeah,
she she's one of one. She's
mm-hmm.
talented. She's
Definitely,
been a big star for quite some time, and she's still doing incredible things. And then there's Alicia Keys. I I I, I fell in love with her since Fallen. I fell in
yeah.
love since Songs in the Minor. Um, my sisters listened to the album first, and then I said, "Let me listen to that. Let me
Yeah.
listen to that album. I promise I'll give you the CD back. I'll probably rate it a week after the fact, and then I said you can have it. I'm gonna get my own copy, you know. So that's Alicia Keys. She's transcended. Just her and the piano is so
Yes,
meant to go together. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's meant to go together.
100%.
Um, so Alicia Keys, her resume speaks for itself as well. So I love Alicia Keys, especially now that
Mm.
she's an independent artist now. She can do
Yeah,
whatever she wants to do now with no people telling her how the way she wants to sound per se. Um, so that's incredible. So you talked about your own sound. You got a combination of indie, pop, R&B, alternative,
yeah,
um, and it seems like artists, not just artists but fans, be trying to figure out what type of artist is this person or that
yeah,
person per se. Like how do you deal with people trying to figure out is she pop or is she R&B? Is she alternative? Like how do you deal
yeah.
with people trying to figure out what type of artist you are per se?
Um, I mean, it's complicated, especially considering, you know, sometimes I struggle to understand, you know, what type of artist I am and like what I guess genre I fall into. But I think that's what people like about my music is that I don't stay in one sort of like a little box. I feel like I like to venture out and try new things, and you know like I'm trying to find my sound. And you know my fans and I get my supporters and family are you know on that journey with me, watching me sort of grow as an individual but also grow as an artist and grow trying to find exactly what I want to write about, like uh, just sort of the type of artist I want to be and what you know genres I want to sort of fall into. And I think I don't know. I think it's a cool thing to watch. Someone sort of learn to understand themselves and learn to understand, you know, their music. And yeah, it's definitely complicated because I don't know. I just like trying new things, and I like doing this and then doing that, and then like incorporating things that I like to listen to, but not sort of copying artists too much. So, still sort of doing my own thing. But it's definitely difficult because it's when people describe me, I guess they don't really know how to describe me, or what genres I fall into and what type of genres, like I don't know, like I heard I'm an indie pop artist. I've heard R&B pop. I've heard country pop from like my singing teacher said I was a country pop artist. I just don't know. It's sort of just a journey that I'm still on, especially being so young. Like I'm only 17 years old, so like I'm still trying to find myself and trying to find my sound, I guess. And yeah, everyone's just on that journey with me.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still young, you're still going through, um, trying,
Everything.
figuring out things per
Yeah.
se, evolving. So and that's the beauty of not just being an artist, but just being a human in general. Just you grow, you evolve, you fall into other things that you may like, that you might want
Yeah.
to give it a shot per se. But hey, at least people are intrigued by your music, and they just
Mhm.
want to. They just they definitely want to see what's next,
Yeah.
what you have on the horizon per se.
Mm.
Um, so I see you've had some milestones very very young in your career, and here's an example. Um, your music video for Not Feeling This was featured on MTV Upload. So talk about that. What was the reaction when you saw your music video on an MTV platform?
No, I was very, very excited. I feel like it's probably my biggest achievement with my music so far. I don't know, I just like I knew MTV when I was a kid, and I feel like everyone used to watch it on the TV. And I watched it live on my television, and it was just really cool. It was I don't know, it was just really cool to see like the MTV little thing in the corner and like me on the big screen. And it's such a in my opinion, like it's a really good music video. I think it's super interesting. I think it's a really good song as well. And my videographer did a great job on it. So, and he was super excited about that as well. He was sharing that on all the social medias. So it was a really cool experience. But um, yeah, it was sort of shocking. I didn't know really how to react. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I saw it and I was like, this is very very cool. But yeah, I think it's stopped rotation, but it was in rotation around all of Australia and New Zealand and like places outside. So it's cool to sort of venture outside of Australia and have people, you know, international like listen and see my song and see my music video. But it was really cool.
Yeah, that definitely had to be a proud moment for you and the video director.
Yeah.
Put a lot of hard work, input, countless hours
Yeah.
getting this video done, and then you on your nice home and you watch it on TV, you see the video and then the MTV logo on the side.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
Exactly.
that's me. That's you know, that's 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 a I made it
Exactly how I
type of moment.
reacted.
That's
Yeah.
a put me on the map type of moment per se,
Yeah.
especially for your country in Australia. So it's very very intriguing, very proud moment for everyone that contribute um on that video. So go check
Mm,
it out on YouTube. Not feeling
definitely.
this,
Yeah.
and you can also check out that song on all the platforms as well.
Yeah.
And so show your support in that. You've been second place in the National Songwriting Competition for Out of Range in 2021. He
Yeah.
was also a top five finalist for 97.3 FM, the band, back
Hmm.
in 2021. And he was also a finalist in Queensland Music Video Awards 2021 School Division for No
Yeah.
Happy Ending. And that was when you was 14 years old.
I'm.
So
Yeah.
you you definitely making some big steps. So
Yeah.
you look back at all these milestones, all these accomplishments, these memories, and you know just doing such incredible good work with your music. How does that make you feel seeing that resume and at this young stage of your career?
Yeah. Um, I mean, with the Queensland Music Awards, like you said, that song was, I think, my first ever song actually, or my second song I ever put out. So, to see such an old song sort of be like picked up was shocking to me and pretty interesting. But I felt pretty good about that, and I got to perform it. I hadn't performed it in such a long time. Um, and then the songwriting competition. I think, although it's not like I feel like my biggest moment to me, I feel like it's the most thing I'm proud of because I don't know. I feel like nowadays a lot of people don't look into the lyrics of things, and I mean that's my favorite part of music is the writing process. So for people to actually like look at my lyrics and read them and listen to them, I think was probably the best part of it. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, it's just up from here, I guess. But there's definitely been moments where, with my career, I felt very stuck and I felt like nothing was moving. So it's nice to sort of see things, um, the process of things like continue to grow and continue to grow, my fan base and just grow as a person, grow my career. And yeah, it's just cool to see because, there's definitely times where we don't see any like you don't see any process with you getting anywhere and you sort of start to lose hope with your music. And I don't know, I feel like these little things just sort of continue to give me hope with getting more people to listen to it. And but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Very, very cool indeed. So let's talk about your latest single, What I Needed. That's your
Yes.
song there. Just came out late November, about a couple of weeks ago. It's available
Mm.
on all the platforms right now. So go stream it, go spread the word, etc. Talk about the whole story as far as putting that song together. What was it like
Yeah.
recording that song?
Um, well, what I needed wasn't actually even what I needed. It was called Hover Over, and the concept was completely different. And then I remember my producer had COVID, so he had to like ship everything to my house, and I actually recorded it in my music room. So I like set everything up and recorded my most recent three singles next door. And that was a pretty like nerve-wracking experience because I was like, like it's not going to turn out well. We're not in like a professional studio, but like, I mean, my perspective changed on that. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. I remember like halfway through recording, I just wasn't happy with like the concept anymore because I feel like I just didn't relate to what I was talking about, like, and what I was going through at that time. And so I completely changed it last minute, and then we recorded it like in like a day or two, and yeah, so it was a very different experience. And what I needed, yeah, like I said, it was what I was going through at that time. It's a song about just having someone push you through things and having that person just help you with your personal issues and sort of build something together. But it's. I mean, I wrote it about like the relationships and friendships that I was going through at that time, and how someone can just always be there for you, but it's always the person that you don't expect, and that's definitely what like I've repeated multiple times what I was going through, and I just felt like I related more to that, and I was really happy with the process. I was really happy how it turned out. I think it's I mean, I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. I think a lot of my friends think it's the best song so far. So, I guess I'll take that. But it's a really cool song. I feel like I incorporated um, a lot more different things than I was used to. I like to sort of do songs that are very like upbeat, and then like I'll write a ballad, which was Drifting Away, another song that I released, and I sort of like to keep that balance with things. And I feel like just what I needed was very different to everything else I had written, and yeah, I was really happy with it. The music video isn't out yet, but it's been all filmed and it's all been edited, and it's sort of like a coming of age story. So these kids who like knew each other sort of grow apart the older they get, and then they reunite at the end, as adults, and sort of relive those memories and relive those moments. And I think it's a really cool concept for a video. And yeah, it all turned out pretty well, and I'm really happy with the results of the song and the video. And yeah.
What I needed is this lady's latest single. Music video, it's already been shot. It's coming. So stay tuned for
Yes.
that. So I've heard the song already, and I really, really enjoyed it. I do
Thank
like
you.
the message behind it, as far as um, people that you don't expect.
Hmm.
It's a very relatable track. It's very up
Yes.
tempo, and know, get a little turned up. So I was hyped when I heard the song.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was very, very intrigued with the song. So definitely it's definitely worth listening to. So go give that a listen, and go buy it, go purchase it, go stream it, whatever. Buy it will be a lot better, because independent artists, they really support the
Yeah.
shares and links and things like that. But you buy it, it comes a long way for these artists. So just putting it out there.
Yeah.
So so in the last month of the year, and people about to calm down for these holidays, rest,
Yeah.
family, loved ones. Um, so you got any plans for 2023? Or are you keeping them under wraps? Like, what exactly you have in store for next year? You can mention anything,
Um,
let's say.
I I will say I'm in the studio in February, so I'm gonna have some new singles coming out. But at the moment, I'm sort of working on like self production. That's what I finished my diploma. So that was for like sound production and sound engineering. So I was sort of learning the production side of music, and that's definitely something I want to venture into, with like writing my own music, singing it, and then producing it and mastering it and mixing, doing it all myself. So I don't know if in 2023 or maybe the next year after that, I'll have probably an EP out that is fully produced by myself. But I'm just working on like getting a bunch of songs together. I'm sort of still in like the writing process of things. So, um, it's just I'm in my creative space at the moment, and probably at the start of the year I'll still be in that creative space. But I'll definitely have a few songs coming out.
Okay, and I like the fact that you talk about getting that degree. So give you a round of applause for that. Education is important,
It is.
regardless of what passion, dreams, aspirations that you may have. Education is very important. So
Mm,
kids, while you getting ready for a winter break, at least here in America, um,
mm,
enjoy the break with your family, your loved ones, and then January you get back, you go back to school, get your education, get your grades up, just focus for
yeah.
sure. Um, Go ahead and let people know your social media links. Where can people find you as far as keep in touch with your music journey?
Yep. So I'm pretty much on all platforms. If you just type up Tayiha, you can pretty much find me on like YouTube, Instagram. I think my Instagram's Taya.official, so Tayiha.official. And then Facebook page is just Taya, YouTube just Taya. I'm also on SoundCloud and a lot of different like iTunes and bunch of streaming platforms. So it's just pretty much my name. And yeah, that's it.
Well, I will say it's been a joy having a conversation with you all the way
Thank
from Australia on a very early morning on your side.
you. Mm,
Thank you so much, and to your PR of Core for making this interview happen.
yes.
And what I needed is the latest single. Go stream it, go buy it, go purchase it. Music video is on the way, and as she mentioned, she do have some new music on the way in 2023. So um, be prepared to
Yes.
turn up, to
To
get
turn
these,
up, to be
turn up,
hyped. Yeah.
to get hyped, get feelings, all of that. She gonna put you in a roller coaster. Let's put it that way.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
Continued
having me.
success. And before I let you go, I am doing this Music Monday thing, and
Okay.
I'm playing indie artists, and I do have a pop playlist. Um,
Okay.
I will put what I needed on there
Oh,
in a
thank
couple
you.
of weeks. And then once the
Okay.
2023 music come out, they'll be
I'll
on
let
the
you know.
list
Yeah.
as well. So I'm already following you on Spotify. So I'll keep an eye on those songs on the release radar, and I'll get your new music on there too.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you.
thank thank you so much. You enjoy your rest of your day, and you enjoy your
Yeah.
weekend.
Enjoy your night.
All right. Thank you so much.
Right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.